All right, good Tuesday morning. Thank you for watching our First Alert live stream. I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon in the First Alert Weather Center coming to you live. So there's more clouds out there across northeast Wisconsin. There's a little disturbance that's passing to our south and east, and a couple little showers could swirl around this storm system. I wouldn't expect a lot of rain today, but any rain at this point would be a good thing because we need to bring down our wildfire danger. Now, I'm going to show you a map. This is from the Wisconsin DNR, and this is their report that came out mid-morning yesterday. So I'll be honest, it's a little dated. So as of the last report from the Wisconsin DNR, they're reporting extreme fire danger across the North Woods with high to very high conditions across eastern Wisconsin. Now, what usually happens is that usually between sunrise and about 9 a.m., so we're getting close to 9 a.m., the Wisconsin DNR, they update their map and in chunks. And so usually what we do is we wait until they finish the whole thing. And I can tell you that I've seen some of the newest data trickling into the First Alert Weather Center. They have eliminated that extreme fire danger across the North Woods. It's now very high. The orange color that's in central Wisconsin is now across the North Woods. So as we suspected earlier this morning on Action 2 News, there's some minor improvement in the wildfire danger situation. And it's twofold. Part of it is that the air is just not going to be as dry. In fact, the humidity has increased a bit. Our relative humidity this afternoon is going to be closer to 60% as opposed to 20 or 30%. That's a big deal. The other thing is that there's a chance of a little bit of some spotty rain. Now, First Alert Viper Max shows what's left of those showers kind of drifting westward through Marquette and Green Lake counties. That little blob of rain came through Fond du Lac and Sheboygan counties earlier this morning. Those showers are swirling away from an area of low pressure that's been bringing some rain across the Ohio Valley. There's some showers right now in Detroit. These showers could pop up again across lower Michigan and eastern Wisconsin, but the rain chance today is just a slight chance. Otherwise, we've got some clouds but dry weather in the Fox Valley, and there's a live view from our Squawky Egg Cam, where right now it is mostly cloudy and 64 degrees. And I don't know if that's Mrs. Squawky or Mr. Squawky, but you know, they take turns. Listen, the males, they don't do their thing and then jet off into the sunset. They actually pair up with the females. I think they mate for life, to my understanding. And they definitely help out with the, the sitting on the eggs and the raising of the children as they should, right? So I don't know if that's Mr. Squawky or Mrs. Squawky, but very often we'll watch here from the First Alert Weather Center and we'll actually see them taking turns. So that's kind of neat. All right, so there we are, watching for eventually some seagull babies, which probably won't be until early June because it's my understanding it takes a good 26 to 30 days total in that incubation period before the eggs hatch. And I think there's 2. We know for sure there's 2. Maybe there's more, but it's hard to see because of the way the nest is shaped and the fact that the bird is sitting on the eggs. So a couple spotty showers are possible today. Just a slight rain chance. It's probably no greater than 1 in 4. Most folks will be dry. We've got some clouds, but some sun will shine from time to time, especially late today. And I expect a high of 77 degrees. Now that's above average for the middle of May, but not as warm as yesterday. And you'll find cooler temperatures along the Lake Michigan shoreline. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor, and here we are at 9 o'clock. Not too bad. I mean, it gets the general gist. You can see a couple showers, according to Predictor, passing south of Fond du Lac, and maybe a couple showers pop up across eastern Wisconsin. Just a slight chance. Partly sunny skies, 1 o'clock this afternoon. A little more sun is possible around 5 p.m., so the skies might brighten up later in the afternoon. Although I do suspect that the clouds over Lake Michigan will push onshore tonight. We'll turn overcast, and as our temperatures cool down with an increase in relative humidity, we'll probably find some areas of fog tonight, and some of that fog might be a little thick towards the Lake Michigan shoreline. Our next weather maker, as we first alerted you yesterday, we've got some strong thunderstorms that are heading towards northeast Wisconsin. Not today, not tomorrow, but late Thursday. And as they come in, they could pack a punch with some hail and some high winds. Thursday is a first alert weather day. Our severe weather outlook on Thursday is in the moderate category. Friday is not a first alert weather day yet. It's low and watching for a possible upgrade, because behind that weather maker, which will give us thunderstorms on Thursday, we could have some fierce winds that could gust as high as 50 miles an hour. We'll talk about that in just a second. Where is this weather maker? Well, it's out towards the Pacific coast, and it's this area of low pressure aloft that's going to buckle the jet stream and swing to the northeast in our direction. And that jet stream energy is going to pass right over top of the Midwest, the Corn Belt, into the Great Lakes. And, very often, depending on where you are in relationship to the jet stream, it can cause the air to rise, especially when combined with the heating of the day, some humidity. See, when the atmosphere has some humidity, it tends to be more unstable as opposed to dry air. And so all factors considered, this is a good breeding ground for some big thunderstorms on Thursday, especially where you see the yellow color there on the map. And that's where we have a level 2 risk of severe weather on our 1 to 5 severe weather scale, a slight risk of severe thunderstorms, especially Thursday evening. So let's time things out with First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Similar to Wednesday morning, Thursday will start off with clouds and some fog, but it will burn off and we will see sunshine Thursday midday, especially Thursday afternoon. Temperatures warming up to near 80 degrees. And as the atmosphere heats up and becomes a bit more unstable, and then a cold front moves in to this warm, more unstable atmosphere, it's kind of like a bulldozer slamming into that unstable air mass. It'll cause the air to rise and blossom into these thunderstorms, especially initially southwest of us, but you can see they march in our direction. There's going to be kind of an arcing, broken line of thunderstorms. So by 6 p.m., they're very close to where I-39 and I-94 meet, pretty close to Wautoma down towards the Dells, lifting to the north and to the east, pushing into the Fox cities around 8 o'clock Thursday evening. Green Bay probably 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. And then after Action 2 News at 10, you can see the storm is moving to the north and east and weakening. So they probably will be rather strong and possibly severe in the early evening hours. But as the evening wears on, the storms will tend to lose their punch as they make their way into upper Michigan and across the lake, which is still on the chilly side. Water temperatures out on the lake still mainly in the 40s. And so that will help to stabilize those thunderstorms a bit as they move off to the east. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Spotty showers, or in other words, a widely scattered shower is possible today. Same thing with tomorrow, partly sunny skies, warm, but not as warm as yesterday. Yesterday, we bullseyed that high of 83 degrees. Today, we're looking at highs in the upper half of the 70s. Ditto that for Wednesday. Wednesday, we'll start off with some fog and clouds. Same thing with Thursday, some fog and clouds, maybe some sun in the afternoon, but then those big storms come in during the evening. Thursday's high, 80 degrees. Again, Thursday's a first alert weather day. And then Friday could become a first alert weather day. I think we just need to build a little more confidence on the fact that we're going to have those powerful winds. This is First Alert Pinpoint Predictor tracking wind gusts on Friday. So this is behind the thunderstorms. And you can see that west to southwest wind Friday afternoon. Look at that, gusting up around 50 miles an hour in Green Bay. So, that could possibly take some shingles off of some rooftops, could perhaps snap some tree branches, maybe knock the power out in a few spots here and there. So again, Friday could become a first alert weather day. And that wind behind low pressure is going to bring down the temperatures. Will cool down. So Friday, 74. Highs this weekend, close to 60 degrees. I suspect that the wind will weaken gradually over the weekend and we'll have more clouds than sun. So I think the weekend is looking partly sunny to cloudy, depending on exactly when you're talking about. All right, so our First Alert Weather app is always available for you if you're using it. Thank you for doing so. Hopefully you're finding it to be very useful. Definitely is a handy tool whenever we have severe weather, giving you storm tracking tools with the Doppler radar, giving you that updated hour-by-hour forecast. And you know what? I think one of the best things that's about our app, and it seems kind of simple, is the fact that you can, while you're in the app, tap on a feature and then stream our 24/7 weather channel, which very often we'll use when we are dealing with severe storms. So when we have a threat of severe weather, we'll go into our severe weather mode and that allows us to go ahead and break into programming. And if we do that, then we break into the 24/7 Weather Channel, also break in on the app. And so that way you're getting some streaming information if you have to seek shelter, which is definitely very handy. Anyway, so the QR code you see there, if you're able to, scan it with your phone or your tablet, and that will allow you to download that device, or download that to your device, rather. Coming up on Action 2 News at noon at 4, meteorologist Keith Gibson's coming up, and he will have an update on what's going on with the wildfire danger, the thunderstorms, and everything else. All right, there you have it. There's our First Alert live stream. We'll have Action 2 News mid-morning coming up in about 15 minutes with Aisha Morales. I know she's been very busy this morning, and she continues to prep for the newscast coming up in 15 minutes, as will I. And we hope to see you on the TV side of things. Have a great day. Again, continue to be responsible in the great outdoors. Even though that wildfire danger is down just a little bit, it isn't gone. It is still generally high to very high across the areas. So please, while the wildfire danger is elevated, no outdoor burning. We need a nice widespread rain event to help out with things. And maybe, if we're lucky, that weather system coming in on Thursday could bring us 1/4 to 1/2 inch of precipitation. But I suspect the rainfall totals will vary because sometimes thunderstorms have a lot of rain, while other areas that don't get the storms have not as much. So that's kind of how the nature of thunderstorms are. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you around.